let's go. Cool. Okay, we'll get straight into it. Just a little intro, something a little bit about you.
Oh yeah, okay. Kia ora. So a little bit about me. Ko te mea toa tai me hiaroha ki te atua i te rangi ai kai hango ngā mea katoa. Moa ki tonu. So a little bit about myself. Where the hell am I going with this? So, I'm born and bred around here.
Where's around here?
Out there in Mount Rupu. Yeah, it's like down there by Cooney in the Central Plateau, right in the smack middle of the North Island. That's where I'm from. Was born and bred down there with my nana's people, was raised by my grandparents. Spent the best time of my life down there, and also the worst. I'm 51, cruising into like that other stage of life. I don't say that.
51?
Yeah.
Oh, you look fucking mean for 51.
Mean, thank you.
Alright.
I rocked up into, so I'm in recovery, and I got here in 2014, down in Auckland. I was married for about 30 years, and I had 2 beautiful sons, and a whāngai daughter. I got quiet later in life. Got 6 mokopuna, and my kids live everywhere.
And your name?
And my name. So, what's my name, bitch? So my name is Bessina Pihi. My whānau whakapapa up here. I was raised by my grandparents. My koro's from Tahiku Waima, just over there at Te Mahurere in the Hokianga. And my biological father is over the north side of the Hokianga, over Hawaringa. He's Waipori Iaka. And my koro's a Pihi. And my nana's people down the line, down by Raitihi, which is not far from Wanganui. So kind of Wanga's over there, and then your Taumaranui over here, Raitihi here, Aukuni here, and Taihape here, Taupo. So kind of central to everything.
Wow.
Bush pig, all day, every day, farm girl. Yeah, eldest of 18.
Oh.
And so my biological father and my mum, yeah, they got some bit of an iwi going on. And then in that, you got stepbrothers and sisters, and yeah, so I think it's roughly about 40-something halves and steps and stuff.
Oh. And what makes you want to share your journey with us tonight, which we're grateful and honoured to hear, by the way?
Yeah, it was like I want to share, and I don't want to share, but I want to share because there's like hope. There's a solution there. There's a fucking solution out there, and I'm part of that solution. Walking in sobriety is not easy, and yet it's the easiest thing in the world if I just give it up, put my shit to the side and just keep going. So that's why I want to. And there's who the fuck gets to stand up for people like us? Who gets to have a voice for people like us? Hey, and if you're on the other side of the system, they don't talk to you. They talk down to you. They talk about you, but they don't actually uplift you. And so who does that? People just like us. And so we become part of that solution and that hope buzz.
Yeah.
That there is another way. It's just gotta be open to the other way. Yeah, and that's the hard part. It's being open.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where does your journey with surviving domestic violence begin?
So I probably, if I go back with domestic violence in itself, I think, if I think about it, even probably my earliest memories would have been about like 2, maybe even a little bit younger. And so domestic violence, it wasn't domestic violence. It was normal. It's a normal way of life. So domestic violence is like this word or this name that's come in to label something.
Yeah.
And so growing up, it wasn't domestic violence. It was like this thing called discipline. Yeah, discipline, motherfucker. And even seeing my parents, my real father and my mum when they were together, it was normal and yet not normal. It was acceptable. It was just, it is what it is. That's how it is. And so it just become part and parcel of the norm. And that norm, you just go visit your cousins or other families, and it was normal. So my experiences, yeah, probably started really young. Growing up, being the eldest, there's like all this other stuff too, like you get expectations of you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And when my parents separated, my mum sent us, me and my two brothers, to go and live with our grandparents. And so when you talk about domestic violence, it's like it's not just the physical, domestic violence. There's mental, there's psychological, there's spiritual, there's financial, all of these different abuses that happen that's in domestic violence. You don't have to get a thwack, but it's the controlling and the manipulation stuff that happens behind the scenes. I didn't realise till later when I came to treatment that growing up, like fuck, I was loved. I was so loved as a child by my grandparents, being the eldest moko. The difference was that I was a girl, and amongst all of these boys. And so my grandfather wanted a son. He had two daughters. And so when me and my brothers went there, well, obviously he like favoured the two boys instead of me. So I was always fighting for my place, always fighting for my right. And my grandfather was like, his brother was the heavyweight champ boxer of New Zealand, amateur and professional, so boxing ran in our family. And so for a girl to survive in our family, I really had to step it up. And so when you say domestic violence, it wasn't violence, it was just a way of life. And so I learned at a really young age to get what I wanted, I used violence. I'm one on the other side. I was the perpetrator. Later on in life, I became the receiver because I'd met someone who challenged me in the same space. But growing up, I was the perpetrator. I was the controller, the manipulator. I was violencing my children. I bruised them. I hurt them. And that's because I didn't know how else to deal with my emotions. I didn't know how to do that. And so I hid, I drank, I drugged, I did everything else that could just help me get through the day. Just to get through the day. So 2 years old, violence was just normal, fighting was normal. Go to the pub, just have a fight, have an argument at home, go down the road and go look for a fight. Ring up people, hey, we at this party, yeah, go fight. And so, it's just standard behaviour. It was just standard. And so, today though, very different. They're very different.
What was rock bottom?
Rock bottom for
before
me?
You were like, fuck this.
Rock bottom for me. So my eldest grandson, when he was born, I was cooked the fuck out of my tree. And he was born down in Wongas in the hospital, and I went down, and it was the most beautiful thing ever to witness. I delivered heaps of other babies too, like my nieces and my nephews and stuff, and I helped find her being isolated and rural. So I was a firefighter as well, in our brigade back home. And I was one of those closet behind the door fucking users. But my rock bottom was I was living in Wongas, had my own flat, studying to be a nurse, and my nephew and his partner, hey auntie, we got nowhere to stay, can we crash at yours? We're on our way home. Yeah, sweet as Neff. And so they came over and stayed the night. And while they were there, They crashed out and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and waiting for them to go to sleep because I just wanted to go and have a hit. I just wanted to have a hit. So I like, fuck! So the fuck! So I had to kind of like calm my farm and stuff and wait for them to go to sleep. And so my rock bottom, when they were crashed out and stuff, and I went into the bathroom, to in the shower, I didn't even have fucking shower, it was just fucking water was just running away from water, like hello, oh my god, hello. Grabbed my gear and I was ready to shoot up and my moko just half asleep, rolled in looking for the toilet, rolled in, nene. And so here's me sitting there like and just dropped everything and fucking that wasn't the moment. So I took her to the toilet so I could fucking hurry up and get back and get my bizzo done. Came back, got my bizzo done and then I was like but it was kind of like the surreal moment like you see in a movie and they're looking in the mirror and they wipe it because it's like full of steam, they wipe it and they're like, who the fuck is this in the mirror?
Yeah.
And it was like that. It was like, who the fuck is that in the mirror? Like, who the fuck is that in the mirror? Living in Whanganui, my fucking husband at the time and my kids are living in Rarahi. I'm down there trying to do my nursing, fucking got the status of, got my shit together, and here I am looking in the mirror, just fucking used, and I just wanted to die. That was it. I just wanted to die. My rock bottom was fucking trying to get the get. The get at any cost. It's just that chase that dragon shit, like fucking drooling and just like even sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, I can taste it.
I know.
I can feel it. I can feel the burn, the whole thing. And it's like that was such the fucking devil was my best friend. I couldn't live, I didn't want to live, I should say, if I couldn't get it. And by any means I would get it. And so being separated from my family in Raituhi, living in Whanganui, and being separated from everyone else in my life, I could do pretty much anything I wanted to behind closed doors. And being very careful who I let into my world, who saw me, I really saw me. I don't want to be seen. I just didn't want to breathe anymore. And so my rock bottom wasn't death. I was quite happy with suicide. I succeeded at suicide and I got brought back. And so I couldn't even fucking die properly. It's just being sick and tired, not even being able to die. Crashing into a fucking concrete wall at 100 kilometers didn't even fucking work. It wasn't working. And so, sick and tired, I just gave up. And it's like, I rang my mate. I was working in high water down in Wonga's part-time, and I rang up one of my colleagues and said, fuck, I'm out the fucking da-da-da. And she's like, fuck, I've been waiting for you to ring me for fucking ages. I can see it, I can see her, I've just been waiting. But just like any addict she knew, she couldn't help me. She couldn't help me. She just had to wait for me to reach out, and that's what I did. I had to fucking reach out. I dug deep and I had to reach out. Why did I reach out? Because I wanted to die, and that's not right. It wasn't right to die. I was raised really fucking hearty Seventh-day Adventist, and so in that belief system, committing suicide is like a sin. It's a sin. And so for me to start going back into that space, it was like, fuck, what the fuck are you doing, babe? Like, I have all of these things in a row, I have all of these skills and talents in a row, and all I wanted to do was die. I didn't want to live anymore. My kids couldn't keep me here. My ex-husband couldn't keep me here. There was nothing that wanted to keep me here.
Mm.
And by the grace of God, and the values and beliefs that I grew up with my grandparents, that little thing called sin kicked into my head, and that actually kept me going. So I made a choice, made a decision. I said to my husband at the time, I said, fuck this, I want to go to rehab, fuck it, da 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 da. And he was like, nah, we can fix this, you just gotta stop. I'm like, fucking stop, I can't fucking stop, what the fuck, there's no fucking off switch here, I can't fucking stop. And so I tried it. But anyway, when I reached out to my mate after a bit of a while, she was seeing me in her garage after hours. She'd give me some tools. She did an AOD assessment in her garage for me, and then she organised the AOD clinician for me to just go into the office, because I was quite well known in the health sector as the one who has her shit together and ranking it. And so she kept me safe by getting the help that I needed through the channels and stuff to get me to where I needed to be. And so yeah, I got my assessment, got my referral down to Wongas, and they sent it up to Auckland. And yeah, and I was homeless at the time. My family had left me. My husband at the time had left. My kids had left. I had nothing. I got rid of all the shit from my house, and I went and lived in the shed at my mum's. They weren't living in it. It was just a house with storage, and I just fucking broke into the shed, and I made me a room, and I stayed there. And then I rang her, and she rang me. She said, are you fucking living in the house? No, I've got nowhere to stay. I got no money. I got nothing. And so she got me to move into the house and cleaned me up a space in there, and I just kind of worked my way. I just had to work my way and just stay for the day, and just get to fucking wherever I needed to be, and just trust in the process that my colleague had me, that she knew what was best for me, because I didn't know what was best for me. I had no idea what was best for me. I had my family, my in-laws were my sister-in-law, my best twin, my 20 cousin, and my sister-in-law. Those two would check up on me. They were my life. They were my lifelines. One of them paid me to go to Taranaki and get the fuck over here and get your clean time up so you can get to rehab. And my other cousin, she was like, they just made sure I had money. They just made sure I had options. They just made sure that I tried to stay clean so I got on that path until I could get to where I needed to be. And without them, I don't know. Without them.
Yeah.
So they're very pivotal in getting me to where I was. Referral came through 2014, 2 days after my son's 14th birthday, when I was on my son's 14th birthday. Yeah, they were dropping me off at rehab in Auckland, at Lynch Trust. So I ended up there. I was 47 kilos. I was a skinhead. I fucking shaved off all my hair in my chaotic state. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Fucking doing ice challenges because I fucking couldn't have any ice, so I was just like, what the fuck? Fucking out the gate, like, and sculling milk because I couldn't drink alcohol, and like doing real random shit just to stay.
Yeah.
Just to stay. So it was like, the hope was I got to be my authentic self in that cray space. And so that helped me get to wherever the fuck I needed to be. That makes sense. Like just fucking no holds barred. Just do whatever it is it takes just to stay. Yeah. So I was just like, went on Facebook, we fucking like me. My hair was like long ass. My family were like, what the fuck? My kids were like, what are you doing, mom? And I'm like, fucking ah. And I just like been outside, and it was like freezing cold because I just like splashed a whole lot of shitload of ice water on me. And then 47 kilos. And I was just like, yeah, fuck, yeah. That was me.
Fucking hell. There's a question here. It's going back though.
Yeah.
How did you recognize you were an abuser?
I didn't. I really didn't. I thought I was a victim. I didn't think I was an abuser. I thought, as I was growing up, I thought, you fucking owe me, you fucking owe me. I used to blame my mother for everything and my father for everything. I blamed everybody else, and so that made my mentality stay in that victim state. Yeah, and so when I was in a relationship, and I had these kids, and I had this husband, I was still in that victim mentality, and so everything I did, I validated and justified it because I was a victim. I was like, I believed my own bullshit, and so, and it wasn't bullshit to me at the time, it was my truth. I didn't know I was a perpetrator. I knew that something was wrong because my kids had bruises on them. I knew that something was wrong because it's not normal to pick your kid up and throw them at a wall. And yet I was able to say, nah, it's because he didn't fucking get up and do the dishes. So I'm blaming him for my actions of what just happened. And so I said that blame game stuff. I just blamed everyone else. So in answer to your question, it was like, I didn't realise I was the perpetrator until I came into recovery. I probably was about maybe 44, but 4 years into recovery, and I realised I'm the perpetrator. I'm the fucking abuser. I'm the one that hurt people. I'm the one that put those bruises on my kids. Me. No one else. Me. Because I didn't know how to hold my shit together. I didn't know how to process what anger was. Anger, for starters, was bad. My dad was angry, and so every time he got angry, he'd go to jail. My koro was angry, and every time he got angry, he'd just go into the boxing ring and have a spar with whoever was there. And so anger was like, even though it was bad, the only way that I could get rid of it was to be violent. And so putting those two things together, anger was just life. Violence was just life. That's just how it was. Being a girl and knowing how to defend myself, because I brought up with all males, violence and fighting was how I kept myself safe. And so,
what about when it started happening to you?
when it started happening to me, that was the game changer. And I think that was around the time where I was like, fuck. When it started happening to me, it was like, you motherfucker. Like, fuck you. Like the one-ups. You don't fucking get a one-ups on me. And so it's just like this clash. And it just became draining, and then I remembered, fuck, this is just like addiction. Like the chasing the dragon, I'm chasing the drama I'm just chasing the drama. I can't let go. I just want to control. I can't control this anymore. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of this shit in my head. I don't want to fight anymore. And when I gave up the fight and I surrendered to my own head, it was, and then I started receiving, then I realized, when it first started happening, it felt good. Because there was pain inside of me that I didn't know I didn't know what to do with it. That had come up from my trauma and stuff as a kid growing up. And so hiding it was like, it felt good. It was like, it made sense. There was blood, there was bruising, which validated the pain inside that I didn't know how to express.
Wow.
And so it's like, when it became more regular, I knew that I was making it regular. I was triggering it to receive it. I knew that. And then when it changed, I didn't want it anymore, and then I started to realize, actually, I am a victim. this one I'm starting to take on the victim stance. I'm not the persecutor anymore because I don't want violence in my life anymore. And that didn't happen until I was in my 40s. And violence was like, when it first started happening to me, it was my drug. It gave me numbness. It made me feel loved, as fucked as it is. Made me feel worthy to be hit, if even that's a fucking thinking, you know. It made me feel authentic, that I'm not worth breathing, or I just validated that core belief stuff that I wasn't worthy enough. And I liked it. Until a point where I thought my mind changed and I started going to counselling more. I started doing supervision, going to NA meetings and having some really tight wahine around me that could see that by them encouraging me that I'm worth more, I could start to take some of their love for me until I could love myself again. To realise that I am worth not being hit. And then I started taking it to counselling. I started taking the ACC for sensitive claims. There's a whole package of sexual abuse and fucking all this other shit that go through life, and counselling really got me through a lot of stuff. In recovery, when I went into recovery, there's like this run-of-the-mill shit. You come in, you do yourself for 2 years, get into like, you come in, pre-treatment, go do treatment, come out, do post-treatment, do all the suggested stuff for 2 years, giving my body and my brain 2 years to rejolt itself. It's like being born again. And so I had to learn how to walk, I had to learn how to talk, I had to learn how to fucking do all that shit. And then after that 2-year bracket, you give yourself a year to transition back into community. And that transitioning on how to live life on semi-life streams, to be able to, it took about 5 years, and that's the time period, 5 years to go from active addiction to where I am, to where I want to be healthy. Like fucking 5 years. And people say, aren't you fucking fixed yet? You've been to, like, fixed? What's that? I'm not broken. I'm not fucking broken. What I am is I'm disconnected. I just don't know how shit works. I was taught how to do things. I can do anything. Like, I can do everything. But what I can't do is manage my emotions and feelings, because that was not it. You want to fucking cry? I'll give you something to fucking cry for. Oh, I'm not allowed to cry. That's what that tells a kid. And you're being happy and even being happy and playing and stuff. If you're too loud, shut the fuck up, you'll get a hiding. So, oh, I can't be happy. And so there's all these other things that happen in life, and it's like, fuck, no feelings, fucking can't do this. So be seen and not heard. Don't feel. Don't do anything. Just fucking do as you're told. And when I say that I was loved in the best way that they knew how to love me. Because that's the way that they were loved. And so there's no blame game here, not today. But to understand is that the nurture and the love, it had effects on me as I grew up in my life. But I had an opportunity and I made a choice inside my head that I needed to fucking change just for me, because I'd never done anything for myself ever in my life, ever. And so everything, my whole life was for everybody else. Everybody.
How is your relationship with your kids now?
My relationship's on point with my kids.
Yeah,
they love me. I love them.
Do they remember anything?
They said they don't, but I know they do. And I try to make it up to them. And it's like I'm parenting out of guilt when I first came out. I've learned now, I've got boundaries now not to, and I'm aware of my behaviour. But yeah, I mean, and mum, I need this, mum, I need money, mum, I need to, fuck yeah. I killed on everything
it's the
else.
same.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
I'm like, laptop, okay,
Yeah, okay, here.
Now
Mum, I need
I'm
your
like,
car, okay, here. All of fucking 14. And it's got a Holden fucking V6 Youth. Oh man, come on. So yeah, parenting out of guilt's a real fucking thing when you come into a space like of healthiness.
Yeah.
Oh man, far from healthy.
Now I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck you, cunt. No.
Another question. How do you engage with people you know are or where you once were? Do you see still people that are in active addiction, or you were quiet, about it?
Yeah, so I was like a closet user because of my status and stuff that I was a closet user. And when I came in, so
what does that mean for people that don't know?
a closet user. So a closet user is one that fucking keeps their shit on lock. You make sure that everyone outside doesn't know what you're doing, and it's like those moments like, fuck, I was gonna go to the toilet, like literally. Here's a scenario. So I was a whānau kaimahi, very well respected in my community. Had my own my own waka, my own phone, and I'd go around to people's houses. And so, fake it till you make it. I was like that fucking person that had all this shit together in front of them. But as soon as ka kite auntie, ka kite uncle, I love yous, here's some stuff, and this is what we're going to do today. We're going to advocate for you at Wednesday, and we've got this stuff over here, going to get you an OT assessment for your whare. And so all of my mahi was like intensely over the top. But I did it fucking really well for my people, and I would like fight hard for them to get what they wanted and what they needed for their health and order. And so I'd jump in the car and I'd drive down the road. As soon as I drove down the road, no one knew what I was doing. That was behind closed doors, and only 1 or 2 people were allowed into my world that knew that I was using. Weed, I didn't give a shit who knew about that. It was like the fucking air you breathe. Yeah. Like hello. Alcohol, it's normal, standard. Meth. It was meth because it was just starting to come out of the public eye and stuff, and so there's all these fucking, shit about fucking crackheads and to get them out of you and I'm like, all my life, no. And so there was a label that was put on them. I didn't fit the label, and so I was quite safe that I didn't fit that label. And so I could go home, lock myself pretty much like in a closet, as we think of it that way, and use my drugs, and then come out of the closet and my shit
and function. They call it functioning.
Highly functioning addict. I was a highly functioning addict.
There's no way I could have. Fuck, I had to wear a bandana on my mouth because my jaw was fucking locked. There was no way I would have been able to function at that level.
Yeah. It was like, so a regime when I came, my regime I'm using. So, just a day, if I just give you a snapshot of a day, when I was inactive. And so I probably use like, maybe in the morning I'd use meth. I don't know. When I was working, it'd be like just smoking a pipe. So I'd probably have like a Q, too high. And so with that straight after, I'd drop maybe like about 5 tramadol, a diazepam, just to keep it going. And so that'd keep me going on a balance, like an up and a down for about another 3-4 hours. Then I'd get maybe have $1 just to keep a little perky up, and then maybe have maybe like codeine or a fucking oxy or something just to bring it back down again. Later on in the afternoon, I'd use some more, depending on the amounts and what I had on me. And then as soon as I'd probably drop, I'd go through about 2 or 3 trays of tramadol, maybe about 10 diazepam a day, maybe a couple of codeines, and at night it would be like 2 or 3 zopiclones just to kick me out. And then on top of that, there's some weed. So that was my daily concoction. For years. So it was quite high, really high, for the ups and the downs. Never got a clean and sober day for maybe, at the end of my days, maybe for about 18 months. It was just a continuum. To sleep, we just take it down excessive amounts of downs. To get up, we just take another like up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Make it look good for the weight loss and stuff. Because I was a health freak, so I was brought up, I was educated in health. And so I knew how to cover that. I knew how to cover my behaviour. I knew how to cover my energy. I knew how to cover every base in the fucking world around every behaviour that I had. And so I took up juicing. I knew how to do juicing. I knew how to do vegetarian. I was raised vegetarian. And so the Seventh-day Adventist Church, my nana, she was a health coach, and she taught how to live healthy. So I was able to manage that stuff and keep myself maintained. I knew that if I could just juice a broccoli, a handful of watercress, a bit of puha, chuck in some bananas, oranges and apples, whiz it all up with some water, that would help maintain with my vitamins and minerals during the day. So that's how I lived. It was just that. That's how I lived.
And how long have you been clean? Like,
so I came into recovery in 2014. But I'm only 5.5, coming up 6 years clean and sober.
really?
Yeah.
That's about the same. What am I? 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, so 5, 6 years. My clean time count is on there somewhere. But yeah, but coming up 6 years on the 26th of December this year. That's my clean time.
Well done.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember my clean time date. My sponsor says to me, "Well, you gotta get a fucking date. What's the date?" I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't even know." She goes, "Just pick a date." I was like, "Okay, well, so my grandmother's birthday is it's Boxing Day."
Yeah.
So I chose Boxing Day. It's Boxing Day. I'm just gonna take Boxing Day.
Hard.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Boxing Day is
cool.
my clean time day. Yeah, so.
Wow. Bloody hell. You've been through it all.
Yeah.
Before we wrap things up here, is there anything else you want to share for maybe women going through what you're going through? Or what you've been through, sorry?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I think to myself, fucking, what is it that I could give Wahine? What is it that I could... So here's something. I'm fucking addicted to everything. Fact is everything. Anything that's good, fuck, I'm addicted. But one thing I became addicted to, I had to figure out to be addicted to good stuff. So today I'm an alcohol and drug clinician. Went back to school after I graduated HG, High Ground. Went in and got my placement at a place at Te Haoranga. And that's where I learned how to do stuff. And I became addicted to the mahi to stay clean and sober. I wrote the program alongside the other wahine in the rōpū that my honey and I started. So we started a rōpū called He Waka Ike No down in Auckland with Te Haoranga. And we wrote a program for Wiri Women's Prison to Ira Wahine. And so him and I wrote that. He laid it out with some clinical shit, because I was only a peer support worker then, still training to do my counselling. And I put all the nuts and bolts into it because I had a vagina and boobs. Hello, motherfucker. He's like, "I'm not a fucking female, you have to write it." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And so between the both of us, we put this program together. But we couldn't have done it without our wahine and our rōpū from prison. Wendy Suter, Josie Curtin, fucking Jennifer Yardley, Beryl McLeod, Darnella Waikato Hagley, fucking who else? They weren't recognised by the mahi that they put in, and I'm fucking gonna recognise you because I couldn't have done this program without you. And said to them, "What does the woman, what do they need in the prison?" And you know what they said to me? "Fucking anything, auntie. Fucking anything. They'll take anything because it's crazy in the high side. It's out the gate. They'll just feed off anything you give them. They'll love it." And so we took Kapahaka in with a 12-step program, Kaupapa Māori, and Matua Stu and I ran it. And they didn't even want Matua Stu in the program because he was a tāne, And I said to them, how the fuck are you going to role model healthy relationships to wahine if you're going to have all fucking wahine? You want them to all come out fucking gay and lesbian. That's how, what? You got to have a fucking male in there. You got to show them how a tani and a wahine walk together. And they can be healthy. And so that's, and I was a peer support, yeah, so I was the first non-clinical peer support worker to go into the prison in the country. Because I wrote the program, they weren't going to let me go in and teach it. And so, what is it? What's the one thing I would give wahine? What's one thing that I would like to give you? Someone out there loves you. And if it takes 100 times to find that person, you find that person. No matter how many times you fall down, or how many beatings you get, or whatever the circumstances you're in, keep reaching out if you're still breathing. Just keep reaching out. Because one day, just like me, you'll find your love within yourself. And you'll become a solution, and you'll become hope for the next person. Don't give up, don't never ever give up. Just keep reaching out. Just keep reaching out, keep getting up. There's one day it'll just click. It'll click. And if no one says, I love you, just look in the mirror and say, I love me. I love you. And believe in something greater than yourself that's not a human, and it's God. Of your understanding. And that's about me.